Okay, so in this video, I want to just simulate what the trade looks like when you're taking the Liberty strategy NAS 100. Okay, so as we already know, whenever price crosses above our upper range, we take a buy. If it crosses below, we take a sell. So in this instance, let's assume that it crossed, our high, the Asia high, and we're supposed to take a buy. So you're going to buy immediately. It's going to be a buy market. Okay, so you're just going to click on buy immediately. Let me assume that maybe your account is a $10,000 account and you're using a 0.01 lot size. Okay, it's important that you pay attention to your lot size. Okay, so usually I would just buy immediately. Once my lot size is good, I already know how much I'm going to risk with the lot size. If you are using a 0.01 lot size, you're risking $50. If you're using a 0.1, you're risking $500. So it's on 0.01 now. So if it has crossed, I will just click on a buy immediately. Confirm. So now I'm in the trade. What then do I do now to manage this trade in terms of stop loss and take profit? You come to the top here where you have your trades. You click on that. It's going to show you the trade that is running. So you can see the trade is currently running here, right? And then I'm now going to tap on the trade so it will reveal some other parameters. Can you see now? I'm going to select edit so I can put in my parameters. I've clicked on edit. Once I've clicked on edit, I'm going to come here on that arrow to bring out the tray where I can start to put my parameters. So the first thing to do is stop loss. So under stop loss, for this strategy, the parameters are fixed. So I'm going to use ticks to determine my stop loss. There are different ways to determine your stop loss. You can either use price, you can use ticks. Okay, in this case, I'm going to use ticks. And it's always the same. So I will edit what you have under ticks in the stop loss, and I'll put 5,000 ticks. Is that okay? Now, under take profit. So if you want, you can just quickly confirm. So you have already protected your trade, because the first thing in trading is capital management, capital preservation. So if you want, you can first do that. Okay, especially if you see that the thing is moving fast. But if it's not moving too fast, after putting the stop loss, you can also now put your take profit. But if you see it's moving fast, just protect your trade first by putting a stop loss. That way, you are already putting a limit on how much can be lost in that trade. Make sense? Okay, so now let's continue. We want to put our take profit. Remember, you could have done this together, but in this example, I did it separately. Again, I'll tap on the trade. I'll select edit. And then I'll open up that tray again to now put my take profit. Now, remember our for this Liberty strategy, many times it does 1 to 4. Okay, so let me also point out something. So look at what our P&L is showing us. It's showing that we're going to lose $50 on this trade because we used a 5,000 ticks stop loss. So if it hits stop loss, what will be lost will be only $50. So that's what we risked. So generally speaking, for this strategy, we are risking to either make, many times you want to make at least ×2 to ×4. That's how the Liberty strategy operates. So sometimes a 1 to 2 to 1 to 4. So what you can then decide to do is assume you will make a 1 to 4 and put 20,000 ticks. This is one way for your trade management, 20,000. Now, as I've put 20,000 under the ticks, 20,000, take note of what the P&L says. The P&L is saying $200. So with 20,000 ticks, I'm going to make a profit of $200 should the trade go all the way. But it might not. It might not go all the way. If I click on confirm, now I've set up my trade. Okay? Now there's a general rule, there's a general saying that when it's in profit, it's up to you. So now this trade is currently $12, $11 in profit. If you want, you can decide to close it now. But if you do that, you're actually closing it prematurely. In my own opinion, we risk $50. Wait for your trade to at least make $50 profit. That way you have done a one-to-one. If you want, you can wait for it to make $100 profit before you consider closing the trade. Okay? So this is how to set the parameters. With trade management, now there are ways also now that you can protect your trade once it is in profit. For me, once I achieve a one-to-one, meaning in this case where I risk $50, once I have $50 in profit, or usually when it's like $80, I will then go and change my stop loss. So you can actually update your stop loss to prevent a trade that was once in profit to go into losses. But usually I'll wait for it to have done a one-to-one. But let me show you how that looks like. Assuming this trade is already in $50 profit, what I will then do is I would come and tap on the trade. So if you look at the setup now on this trade, as you can see from what we have already set up, it's showing us what the stop loss is, $50. It's showing us what the take profit has been set as. It's been set to $200. Does this mean that the trade is going to definitely make $200? No. We're only hoping, right? So now, where trade management is concerned, if my trade is already $50 in profit, I will come and change my stop loss so that I'm not going to lose $50 anymore. Right now, it's set on $50, which is what I determined to risk. But if my trade is now in $50 profit, I will come and edit my stop loss. So again, I'll come to where the stop loss is, and I'll use something called a trail stop. Okay, I'll use something called a trail stop. Now, first of all, before I talk about the trail stop, you could decide. We're assuming your trade is $50 in profit. You could decide that you come to the stop loss, to your P&L, where you have your stop loss, and you can decide that since my trade is already $50 in profit, I want to secure $5. Meaning if that trade should reverse, it will close me out in profit of $5. So what you will put in the stop loss will be minus 5. Where is minus on my, where are my symbols? I can't find minus on this thing. Samsung and yeah. Where is minus? I can't see minus, so I no see minus. So anyway, hopefully your own phone is not a crazy one like this one. So he will put minus and then you will put the amount. Where is my minus? Where is my minus? Why don't I have minus? Come on. Where is my minus? Let me pause. Okay, so I found what I was looking for. So I want to secure profits. Yeah? So where I have 50, I'm going to change it to minus 5. Minus 5. And I will confirm. Now you see what that will result in. Minus 5, confirm. Now let's go and look at the trade. When I open the trade, trade alert. Look here. Alert. Can you see it has secured $5? My stop loss is now in green, meaning my trade is now at $5. No matter what happens, if this trade should reverse, it's going to close me out in profit of $5. Now, it's too close. So the reason I said I would wait for to have a one-to-one is so that my stop loss will now not be so close to the current price, because many times the price will go up, come down, it will retrace. So you don't want to be kicked out too early, just in case there's a retrace and it's still going to continue to go up. So I think with the Liberty strategy, since we've seen this strategy is tested, that it moves a lot, it gives a lot of profit. So wait at least to have a one-to-one before you update your stop loss. Okay, so you can always continue to change your stop loss. You can keep moving your stop loss this way. Okay, but there's another way that is kind of automated, which is the trailing stop loss, which is what I want to show now. So if I edit again, I click on edit and go back to the stop loss panel. And right beside stop loss, you can see trail. You see trail there, right? So this is what I can do. I will put on the trail. I'll tap on trail. And so if I tap on trail and I confirm, what you'll see that will happen is my stop loss is going to start moving along with the trade. If the trade continues to advance in profit. So I put a -5 stop loss, but now you can see it's 5.5. It's now 5.7. If this trade continues to advance in profit, if it keeps going up, the stop loss will continue to move with it. Again, if you do it too early, your stop loss will keep moving as the trade is moving, and when there's a retrace, it will kick you out of the trade, albeit in profit. Okay, so this is an idea with trade management. Once you've put in your parameters, your stop loss. So remember our stop loss. Let's look at our stop loss. It's usually 5,000 ticks is what we initially set. Okay, I've already changed it now, but it's 5,000 ticks when you are entering the trade. You buy market. So it's either buy or sell, and then you put your stop loss 5,000 ticks. So the position has closed because the price obviously would have retraced. So when I come to close positions, so you can see that that trade ended up doing $8. That's what that trade ended up doing. So this is how you can manage your trades.